Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we will be doing the finished pages for February, and I did quite a lot more pages than I thought I did actually when I was going through the pile. Now this book, so these are all my completed finishes. Now there are some books that have a lot of whips in. Whips refer to work in progress. I will not be showing you the whips, I'll only be showing you the finished pages today because there's quite a lot of books. Now this book, the first book on the pile is Mermaid Legends. Now this is the original Mermaid Legends. This is not the newer Mermaid Legends by Anastasia L.A. Coldeviver. She has a new book out, which is the same book as this, except she reworked a lot of the images in it, and plus it has a much fancier cover. So this is the cover, and this is coming apart soon, and I feel sad. But this is the picture that I worked on, and I worked on it for quite a while. This is all markers and some gel pen, but I worked on this for, I would say, good on and off for about 3 weeks because I kept getting distracted by other pictures. So I did this one first because, as you can tell, the cover's already coming off, so that has come off, so that's why I did that one first. This is another foreign book, but what happens is every time I try to color in this, the pages start to have, some of them have started to come out. And it's really a shame because it is a lovely book. Now, some people say, why don't I go to Staples and Spiral Bound it? That's neither here nor there. I like this book. So the title of this book is When I First Saw You. It's a Korean coloring book. So it has a lot of women and florals in it and things like that. So if you like portraits and flowers, this book is probably for you. Except the pages come out like crazy. And this one I did with Prismacolor pencils and I think some Pablos. Yeah, Pablos for the hair. For the base of the hair. So I did some blending with the hair, and I like the way the hair came out. These I made strawberries, which I like strawberries. So this was really nice. And then the purple, pink, and green, just to give it some contrast. The next one is the 2020 calendar from Color in Heaven. You can buy this off of Anthem's website. And this is the one that I did. I did this early in the month. This is August, but I did this with Prismas, Pablos, and Prismas. And this is from Zen Von Zen, and he does Ladies of Leisure. So that was theirs. The next one comes from, as you can see, I did all the spiral bound ones first. This one is another Russian illustrator. Her name is Katerina Bobrakini. This is her first book. I still am waiting on the second book to arrive. This book is Ethno Spirit. She also has another book called Spirits of the Past. I'm waiting on that one to arrive, so hopefully it'll get here soon. So maybe we'll have it in next month's book. So I did this picture. I like to try and do pictures from all my books if possible, you know, because I paid a lot of money for these books, and I like the way this one came out. I used markers, some gel pen. You guys can't see it, but the orange sparkles, and that's from the gel pen. You see the little, understand? And that's from a gel pen. It really doesn't show the sparkle on camera as much. Wait, when I look back, the sparkle will be there. Put these books here on my couch because I was diamond painting, so I had to as some of you know, I've been using this table for a diamond painting. The next one, yeah, I cleared off the table for the diamond painting stuff, so when I'm done with this video and I put all the coloring books away, then I'll re-put the diamond painting stuff up, unless I do some flip throughs of some books if I get books. So the next one is Fairies by Jade Summer. This is the grayscale one. Now I was enabled by Miss Ann to get this book, and I used this one. I think I did this one for Color Your Hoard. I'm not sure if I did this from this month or last month, but I like the way it came out a lot. I might have done this one last month, but not too sure. This is what happens when you have a lot of coloring books. The next one is The Art of Mandala 2. Now this one, after I saw Anne's flip through of it, I had to have it. So this one I did with gel pen, as you can see. All the shiny little metallic stuff that I did there. and markers. I really like that one. Yeah, I like the tiny books. And then this is another tattoo book. This is called Blash, Coloring in the Tattoo Style by Chris Garver. Now, he's a tattoo artist. He's a very well-known tattoo artist. So this is the one that I did. I did this one with, I believe I did this one with Cali Arts, Copics, and maybe, I didn't have Parkour, so it was probably Cali Arts and Copics I used on this one. Maybe my Bianos. Now the next one is a pencil one. This is Romantic Country 1. I did this page. I finished this page. And as you can see, I'm in progress in the other one. So this is the one that I did. I started this one a long time ago and then I never finished it. So then I decided, you know what, I want to finish it. Just because I need to finish it. I have the desire when I start something, and if I see it back again, this will probably be one that I work on next or something else. But I like working on the pictures in this book, but sometimes I stop and then resume later on, and then I forget totally what I did with this. So I probably use, I know I use Prisma, Schiffer Farbins, Polys, and I probably use my Pablos in that one. The next one, Mystical Mermaids, Mythical Mermaids, why did I say mystical? I meant Mythical Mermaids, Fantasy Adult Coloring Book by Selina Fenech. I have a lot of her books. I did this one. I used some gel pens, I used markers, and the skin tone started to dry out on me. This color completely dried after I used it on this paper. I don't know why. Then I used the other color to complement it. So I like this one. This one, it's really nice. I like this one. You can see the glitter, but glitter doesn't always show up on the camera. I don't know why. Then we get another one, Spellbinding Images, a Grayscale fantasy coloring book, Beginner's Edition Volume 2 by Nikki Burnett. This is one of the few Nikki Burnett books that I have, so I did this one. I tried to do it like the cover. It didn't come out quite like the cover, but that's because my blue died. Both of my blue markers died that were the same color, my Biano. I had one in Biano and I had one in Cali Art, and both of them died shortly after using this, so I had to use two blue markers to do this, and it died, so luckily I was able to finish the picture. It's not fun when markers die. Fairies 3 by Karron. I did this one this month, and this one is Toadstool Fairy. I just love how pretty her images are. I love Karron's work. I think her work is beautiful. It's everything you want her work to be. I did this one, of course, with markers. I love markers, but I also do pencil work, as we have clearly seen, but I'm more of a marker girl these days, but doesn't mean I won't go work on a... This one I believe we did on camera. I believe I did this during a live stream. Yes, I did. And then I did this. I finished this about 2-3 nights ago. I should start dating when I finish them, but I don't. But I really like the way this one came out. I was trying to go for a lighter blue, and then, you know what was funny? When I did refill the marker, it came out darker than I intended. But it really does work well, the darker green with this color. The bluish green, so. That was a happy accident because I was looking for a lighter color. And then this one we did with colored pencils and gel pens. I don't remember what I started the picture with. This is, oh wait a minute, this is Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I finished this on a live stream. I started it off camera a while back, and then I couldn't find the book for the longest time. It drove me nuts. I could not find this book, and I really wanted to work in this book for a while. So I'm working in this book in order for the most part. I think I have 1 or 2 things that are not in order, but that was because I was doing them for probably a color along, or maybe I was doing a buddy color. But for the most part, I'm trying to do this book in order because it tells a story. You know, when you want to tell a story, you should try and color it in order. And then I have this one started. As you can tell, I started this one already. But this is very intricate. It has a lot of intricate details, so these take time to do. Marked in ink by Mystica. Now, she's another tattoo artist, so I did this one. Some of you may have seen this last night on Instagram. I really love the colors that I chose for this. They all complemented each other really, really well. And I used some parkour and I used some Copics on this. Now, here's another one we did on camera. This is called Mystica coloring book. I think the name of the person who illustrates it is Dada Yao Chen. Sorry if I butchered that. And we did this one on camera. The images are really pretty in this book, and I did this one. Kind of had an Alice in Wonderland feel. That's what this picture spoke to me, so that's the way I did it. I really like the colors, the way everything complemented each other. I did this live, actually. We'd have a live stream of this one up. So that's really a really fun one that I liked doing. The coloring book for grown-ups. Now, this is an old book of mine. It's one of my first books because I still have the bargain price sticker. And this was in the bargain price when I bought it many years ago. I did this one. I love the colors on this. I'm not sure if this was from last month or this month. So, because, you know. But I love the stained glass feel of this one. And I don't do my stained glass pictures enough. But this book has a tremendous amount of different things you can color in it. Like stained glass, mandalas, flowers, tattoos. See? This book is it's just an amazing book full of different things. And here's a really old one of mine. This was one of my first coloring books when I was still starting. As you can see, I didn't really know much about skin tone and things like that. You know, if you look, you can see how different my coloring has changed and evolved. You know? How different I would have colored this picture now, you know? You know, you evolve as a colorist. Now this one, oh, where did the thing go? Okay. This one, I finished this one on February 29th. I finished this last night right before the midnight deadline. I haven't even posted it on Instagram yet, but I will probably tomorrow. This comes from Victorian Darlings, and I used markers. I used some Copics. Yeah, I used Copics and parkour markers on this one. Because I don't have this color in the Copics, the background color, but I have it in the parkour. So keep that in mind. Another Hannah Lynn. Yeah, I let my Hannah Lynn. That's an old one. This is the one that I did. I just thought this was fun. I like under the water. I like the sea stuff. You know, it really came out nice. And I wanted to do the colors different. You know, no. Instead of doing her tail green, I wanted to do a pink and purple and just pretty much keep in mind. Do different colors. Try to do something different with my color scheme. Next one. 101 Unique Mandalas. Trying to find the page here. Some stickies work better than other stickies. I don't know why, but when I did this, I was thinking apple tree, and this actually came out very different than I intended it to. I should have used lighter colors instead of darker colors, so. And things didn't work out because I picked the wrong colors, but I still think it came out really nice. So that's what I did. That's this by Camilla Angel Culver. Yes. The next one. I have a fascination with Grayscale books lately, so I really have been enjoying them. So I did this one with markers. So with my gel pen, as you can see, I'd used the gel pen, and then I used the gel pen for the little dots in the moon, as you can tell. This is like a glitterama somewhat. It became glitterama. And then I did this one as well. Just was trying to do an under the water theme here. And I think it was Mermaid February. I think somebody was doing that, but I don't remember who was doing that. And then I did this one from Damita Victoria. As you can tell, Damita Victoria has become one of my favorite illustrators. I love her page. I love her portraits. I love her grayscale. I love her line work. Most of her books are going to be grayscale. I will tell you that right now. She does have a few mandala books out there, Damita Victoria, if grayscale isn't your thing, but you like what you see in these books. So this is the Pirate Girl. I used markers. This is really, I love this. I chose to do something very different because most people do it purple. You know, I just wanted something that was very different and would stand out. So, hence the purple. And then we did Fairies and Elves, Beautiful Fairies and Elves coloring book. Now, this is a newer one in my collection, and I did this one. This, I think it's the second completed, maybe third completed coloring page in this book, and I really enjoyed working with this book a lot more than I thought I would enjoy working in this book. And this book has some really nice pictures in it, so if you guys are interested in that one. Sheila Wolk's Grayscale Angel Fantasy. She has 2 copies of each image in this book, but we did this one on the live. And I even did this one. I posted this one as my new header image from my Facebook group, so I thought this one was really nice. I like the way this one came up. This was supposed to be a dove. I didn't know that at the time when I was coloring it, otherwise I would have colored it brown. So I was trying to keep in theme with the blue. I couldn't keep the pink out though, so just keep that in mind. So, and we did this with Copic markers on a live, so we did that on a live. Then we did another grayscale. You sense a theme here with these last books, grayscale. These last few books. So I did this one. I had worked on this one, but hadn't finished it because what happened was I started the hair color and then I had stopped doing it, and then I had forgotten what hair color I had done. So I had to try and find a marker that was close to the hair color. So hence, I finished the page, figured out, found a marker that was almost the exact same color. So I forget what I started this page with, but I did finish it with my Parkus and my Copics. Because half of it was, some of it was done, some of it wasn't done. So it's one of those things. New Fashion Princess by Damita Victoria. Yeah, Damita Victoria. And I did this one. I don't know which princess this is supposed to be because if you look, it looks like Las Vegas to me, but I could be wrong. So I did the jeans. I did this all in marker, so yay me. Then we have another Mosaic Mandala. Yes, this is my only sunlight drawing book. Yes, for Kim, because Kim gets on me. So I did this one in markers. I really like the way this one came out. Sometimes I do the mandalas because I like doing the mandalas, but I really like coloring people. But I would like to learn how to do like cheeks and do all those like little shading things like a lot of other people do, like Sammy and Belinda do an amazing job with the facials. So I did this picture in Crown Fantasy Queens. And then a lot of you like this girl. I like the way she came out too, so I did this one. The next one, Fairy Portraits by Samantha J. Lewis. I did this one. And I think I skipped one. Yeah. Then I did this one. These fairies are quite different than the other fairies because they're a little bit more naughty, if you know what I mean. Then we did Chibi Girls Grayscale. We did this one. So I wanted to do some stuff in the Jade Summer. book, so I did that one. Sometimes, you know, a picture, you're going through it and a picture, you see no pictures and then suddenly something speaks to you and you're like, okay, I want that one. One of our newer books, Fantasy and Fairytale Characters. I forgot to mark which page we did. This is a really nice book. I did a flip through of this. We did this on the live stream. Trying to find out what I did here. We did this one. Breath of Spring. I did this with Copics. I remember doing this with Copics because the skin and the hair was the hair was a 2-layer process, so I did the stat with that. So we did that. Then the next one is Fantastic Beauties Book 2. I love this one. Everybody said on Instagram how this made her look like Lady Gaga. This one was done with markers and gel pens. The bottom was done with gel pens somewhat. You could see the glitter a little bit here, so I want to show you that. Someone said she reminded them of Lady Gaga on Instagram. That was not my intent. So these are definitely grayscale, so keep that in mind. The next one. Magical Beauties Book 3 by Christina Mcalister. Now this is book 3 and I did this one. The moment that I saw somebody did a flip through of this book, and I can't remember who, but whoever did the flip through of this book, thank you. Because the moment I saw this picture from the flip through of this book, I knew I had to get this, and I knew this was going to be the first one I worked on. This one is called Queen of Hearts. So as you can tell, I glittered it up a little bit and used some markers. I ran out of, my skin tone ran out, so that's why the shading looks a little bit weird. So, and I didn't use pencil to finish it off, which I really should have, but as you can see, the glitter in that really comes out. I think those are Pentel Sparkle Pops that I used for the little hearts, but I could be wrong. So, I really like Queen of Hearts because I had to use other colors besides red, but I wanted to try and do it as much as I could in red. Because she is the Queen of Hearts, so hearts are red, but they don't have to be. Now, this is a Dawn Fairy here too by Deborah Mueller. I did this one in markers. This one is a weird one. I wanted to try a different skin tone than Caucasian. That didn't turn out too well. This one, the skin tone marker didn't come out too well. I had to refill it. That did not come out well at all. So. The next two are hardcovers, and I did them in pencil, so. This one is Love Letter by Momo Girl, and this is Momo Girl's newest coloring book / journal, because it's kind of like a journal picture / notebook, but there are pictures to color in it, so there are a few ones in it. And I did this one. We did this one on live stream. It took us one whole stream plus half in the stream, finishing it, and then I did another picture, which was the Christine Karron. So I really like the way this book came out. This book has some really pretty pictures. A lot of them are repeats, I will say that, but there are quite a few that are new. So that's what sold me on the book. So plus it was hardcover, so isn't that nice? That it's nice and hardcover. And then the final book, Slavik Beauties. Now, I try and do a picture every month in either the Slavik Beauties or Queens of Poland. So this was the book that I ended up doing this month. Next month, I'll probably try and do something for Queens of Poland. And I did this one. I was trying to do the cat, and I decided not to make the cat gray, but make it rather like an orange tabby cat. So I used Prismas, Polys, and Pablos to do this. So I really like the way the hair came out in this one. I chose not to do a background because sometimes, you know, you do a background, it ruins the picture. I just sometimes like the purity of just purely coloring and not worrying about doing a background. Because doing a background is, especially a background in pencil, takes a lot of time. So I just wanted to do that one. So that is what I did for this month. And if you have liked this video, give me a thumbs up. And happy coloring, everybody.